Hi team! Thank you for checking out my channel. Thank you for clicking on this video. As you can tell, this video is a little different because I don't have my equipment set up. That is because I'm fixing up my room. Kakatapos lang natin ang civil service exam and kakauwi ko lang din from a trip with my family. So I'm trying my best to have all the stuff here set up para sa susunod na review season. But right now, I'm going to try to make a series of videos then to continue on something I started last week. So last week, I made a video entitled How to Write a Good Paper. And I tried that out kasi I know na some of my students are studying, maybe college sila, high school, or yung mga nagma-masters. And I know that that is something that can be helpful sa kanila. And I tried that video, tas check out ko lang kung merong mga interested. And I thank you guys for responding positively dun sa video na yun and for asking me to make more. Kasi ibig sabihin no, nakakatulong siya and I should spend some time doing this. Now, I'm going to focus on this muna while we're waiting for the announcement ng susunod na exam for the other topics. And I'm going to try to make at least a new video regarding study hacks and regarding all of my tips and techniques. Every week pa rin yun, one new video as promised, just to help you guys out. And today, we're going to dive deeper into this. So again, I just want to thank the people na nag-comment. So I always read them. Hindi man ako nakaka-respond lagi, known na I read all of them. So si Lelani, nag-request din siya about thesis. I'm going to try my best na i-cover as much ground as possible. Sabi ni Kimberly Martinez, we want more. Ole is here. Sabi niya, hashtag Team Lyqa. Sabi ni Ella naman, more videos about this. Coach, I badly need this. So that is the reason why ikaw and si John Michael Garcia, everyone who responded positively, nag-message sa akin or nag-post ng comment, they said na, sige, Coach, let's talk about this more, and that is what we're going to talk about today. Okay, so this is the next part ng ating How to Write a Good Paper na series. Today, I'm going to talk about how to write your intro. Kasi I already mentioned it last time, pero let's dive deeper into this. And I'm going to use some of the papers that I wrote when I was still a student. One thing na I enjoy doing kasi is, hindi naman hoarding, no? Pero I keep a record of everything as much as possible. So, some of the papers na I wrote while I was still a student in college, nasa akin pa. And I selected some of them to show to you guys para makita ninyo yung mga papers na could work for you and baka magaya ninyo yung some of the techniques. So, not necessarily the entire paper, but just to show kung ano yung mga pwede nyong gawin while doing that. So, I'm going to switch over to my PC so I can show you better, and I'll give you an example of the papers that I wrote. So, I also selected yung mga papers that got a good grade, so mga flat 1 na paper na yun, na nakuha ko nung college. Papakita ko sa inyo yung mga intro, and we're going to focus on the kinds of intros that you can do while you're writing your own paper. Okay? So, I'll see you in a bit. Alright, so the first thing that we're going to talk about, dito again dun sa dive natin deeper into this topic, yung how to write a good paper, is about writing an introduction. Now, I did mention dun sa first video, if you haven't seen it, go and watch it first, na the introduction is very important. But really, bakit? Bakit siya importante? Now, I have been blessed to be on both sides of the table. Ibig sabihin nun, naging estudyante ako writing a paper for my teachers, and naging teacher din ako checking the papers of my students. And from both sides, there are things na consistent na hinahanap na makakatulong kung gagawin niyo for you to get a good grade pagdating sa paper. Okay? So, bakit siya importante? You have to understand muna kung bakit siya importante before you understand kung paano siya gagawin. Okay? So, a good introduction captures the reader's interest. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Kung maganda yung introduction mo, parang mapapaisip yung magbabasa, okay, I want to know more. Tell me more about this. And that is also the same reason kung bakit maraming mga promodizer or alam niyo yung mga nagde-demo sa mga malls, right? Na they do everything they could para mapansin sila. Kasi pag napansin ka, then you can keep that audience on you and yung attention nila nasa inyo for the rest of the other more important things that you have to say. Okay? So a good introduction captures the reader's interest. It also sets the tone for the entire experience. Ano ibig sabihin nung it sets the tone for the entire experience? Ang ibig sabihin nun, kung maganda yung introduction ninyo, okay, then the reader, the teacher would feel na, okay, this kid has something to say. Or, okay, nag-prepare siya, nag-research siya, nag-effort siya sa paggawa ng paper. And so the teacher will be more inclined to give you a better grade if you prepare an introduction instead of just going deeper into yung kung ano yung gusto nyo sabihin. Kasi if you start right away, for example, again, like what I said before, sa movie review, start agad ka sa paglista ng mga directors, sino umarte, at kung ano yung storya, Okay? Then your paper will be ordinary. Okay? And hindi siya parang magsa-stand out, which is the next point. A good introduction differentiates your paper from others. For example, 'di ba, sa isang klase, realistically, ilan kayo na gumawa ng paper? Pag nagpa-paper ang inyong teacher, there are siguro around 30 to 50 students in one class. Ibig sabihin, yung teacher ninyo, magbabasa siya ng 30 to 50 papers na on the same topic na magkakamuka. Okay? So, ang gagawin mo para makakuha ka ng better grade than those na mga kasabay mong gumawa rin ng paper, you have to set your paper apart. Ibig sabihin na nagagawa ka ng bagay na hindi nila ginawa. So, kung sila lahat, dumiretso lang sila dun sa pagsagot ng tanong na nilista ng teacher ninyo nung nagbigay siya ng assignment, ikaw, iba ang gagawin mo. You will prepare an introduction. Para pagbasa pala ng teacher mo, ay, iba tong batang to. So, dati, yung iba, bibigyan ko lang ng 90, siya hindi, 100 ang bibigay ko. Kasi, bumunta siya the extra mile. Okay? So, how do you do that? Paano nga? What are the strategies that you can do to improve your paper, to improve your introduction? Okay? So, there's something that you can do. You start with a quote. Okay? And this is an example of a paper I wrote. This is actually for a movie review when we were taking up Rizal, kasi di ba required ang Rizal. And let me explain a little bit about what went on behind the scenes sa pagsusulat ng paper na to, no? I started with a quote. Yung quote na ito is something na nanggaling dun sa movie itself na pinapa-review, yung Rizal movie 1998. Something that you have to remember when you're using a quote is to always cite your reference, okay? Ano ibig sabihin nun? Kung hindi ikaw ang nagsulat niya, di ko nag-isip, make sure that you cite your reference kung saan lang galing yan. In my case, APA kasi ang ginagamit namin kasi psych major ako. So, ganito yung pagkakasite niya. There are different systems. So, make sure that your college or your school, kung ano man yung ginagamit nila to cite or to tell people kung saan ang galing yung isang isang quote, make sure that you know how to do it. Okay? Now, in this case, ang kinuha kong quote is edukasyon para lalo kayong magpakaruwag. Now, this is different. Why is it different? Number one, kasi I started with a quote instead of going straight into the reaction. Another thing is this. I focused on edukasyon instead of yung common na alam ko na ipo-focus ng ibang mga kaklase ko. I know na pag sinabi na gagawa tayo ng reaction paper on a movie na tungkol kay Jose Rizal, pupunta sila lahat dun sa route na bayani kasi siya, so pupunta sila dun sa Mi Ultimo Adios. Dun sila kukuha ng mga quote that they would use. So by choosing to look at it from the perspective ng edukasyon or sa perspective ng OFWs leaving the country, I know na sa simula pa lang ng paper ko, iba na to dun sa mababasa ng nung professor ko sa ibang mga kaklase ko. So, kasama yun sa process. Anong quote ang pipiliin ko? Is it just some random quote? Or isipin niyo kung anong klaseng quote ang kukunin niyo from the entire movie, the entire book, or the entire reading, the passage that you were given. Okay? So again, start with a quote para that way, alam nung teacher mo na, okay, this kid paid attention doon sa aking klase. Nag-pay attention siya doon sa movie, nag-notes siya, and nakuha niya ito from that. Okay? It's actually rather easy, no? I'll teach you a bit of a study hack din. There are cases na kunyari movies, lalo na kung sikat yung movie na binigay sa inyo as an assignment, mahahanap nyo siya sa IMDb or sa Google. I-Google nyo lang quotes from this movie, tapos lalabas doon. Pwede kayo makapamili doon, okay? If in case hindi nyo na-note yung isang quote na gusto nyo gamitin while you're watching the movie, okay? So you can also go and do that. Now, I started out with that. So, edukasyon para lalo kong magpakaruwag. Result to fellow illustrados studying abroad. Tinate ko lang yung sitwasyon kung ano yung pinag-uusapan, no? Para na-set ko yung eksena kung kailan yan pinag-usapan. And then, I go straight into yung aking sariling words na. So, where have all the Filipinos gone? We can call it the Great Brain Drain, the Philippine Migration Trend, or simply the motherland is sinking, leave her and save yourself attitude. So, parang dito pala sa first paragraph ng aking paper, nasa-set ko na yung ano ba yung gusto ko talagang sabihin. Ano yung reaction ko dun sa nangyari dun sa movie. Okay? So, instead of, again, focusing on a topic na lahat sila yun ang pag-uusapan, which is yung pagpapakabayani ni Rizal, ito yung pinili kong route para iba yung paper ko sa iba, nagsa-stand out siya, nakukuha yung attention ng teacher ko. Kasi, di ba, isipin nyo din yung position ng teacher. Naka 30 papers na siya na magkakahawig yung pinag-uusapan, right? So, if iba yung sa'yo, mas may chance na mas mataas yung ibigay niya sa yung score. Okay? So, again, you can start with a quote. I tried to keep them all as cues para mas madali nyo siyang tandaan. Another thing that you could do would be to start with a question. Okay? So, kung hindi quote, question. Bakit question? Kasi, pag start ka with a question, napapaisip din yung reader mo. Napapaisip siya kung nag-agree ba siya o nag-disagree siya doon sa sabi nyo. Okay? Now, this one is actually an end paper on our Philippine history subject. So, again, I chose to go a different route, which is in yung finding God in history naman. Yun yung kasi yung pinaka parang theme nung paper. So, instead of just going and listing down yung mga proof that would show God's goodness dun sa paper, I went through this route, which is I asked a question. Was he there throughout history? Yes, he is. Does he know what happened and what happened in history? Yes, he does. So, etong mga to, yung yes, he is, yes, he does, yung ganyan din, may rhyme and may meter din siya, na parang nauulit siya. Okay? Para yung huling question, which is does that mean that he worked and will work in the history of the Philippines? Hindi ko to sinagot ng yes. Okay? Kasi ang mangyayari would be, yung reader na mismo yung sasagot na yes, yes, yes. Then, definitely, yes. So, again, nakuha ko yung interest ng reader. Okay? Nakuha ko yung interest ng teacher ko na pag binasa niya to, okay. Na-involve na ako kasi meron ng exchange. Okay? Hindi na lang ako nagbabasa ng information, nagtatanong siya, sumasagot ako. So, interactive na yung paper ko. Kahit na kung tutuusin, hindi siya dapat interactive kasi one-sided siya paper lang siya. So, if someone is more invested sa paper nyo, mas inclined siya rin, again, magbigay ng higher grade. Okay? So, you can start with a question. Something that would trigger your reader's instinct or their mind o yung interest nila. Okay? Kasi naman yung goal natin. Okay? So, start with a quote, start with a question. Last thing would be this, start with a quip. Ano yung ibig sabihin ng quip? This can be, sabihin natin, a story that happened in your life, a story that happened in other people's lives. Make sure lang na site nyo tama. You can start with a statistic. Okay? Facts, yung mga ganon. Okay? So, story, statistics, you can start with figures or facts. And then, that would help bolster your first paragraph. So, for example, this is also a reaction paper on one of the chapters sa aming required reading in one of my subjects. Instead of going through the route lang na agad, okay, I agree with what the author said. Instead of just saying that, I started with a different sentence. So sabi ko, I've always believed that the farthest and furthest a person can reach is determined by the borders of his mind. So, etong sentence na to, okay, it's kind of parang smarty-smarty na sentence that I wrote para lang ma-hook yung reader para alam niya na naiintindihan ko yung sinasabi ko. Okay? So, it's my own story, my own personality in the paper. Kasi sabi ko, I've always believed. Ibig sabihin, again, even before I read this chapter, this is already something that I already thought of. And na-affirm siya nung reading ko. Okay? So, sa simula pa lang, alam mo na agad nung teacher mo na, okay, binasa niya nga talaga. At nag-a-agree nga talaga siya. And it will set the tone for the rest of the reading. Okay? So sabi ko next, this chapter reinforces that fact. The author wrote that we become what we think. The secret is merely a matter of thinking thoughts of excellence. So ito yung direct quotation. Again, hinahalo-halo ko rin yan. So meron ka ng quip, meron ka pang quote from the book. This is my opinion. Sabi ko, this may be one of the few topics that philosophers and computer techies agree in. Garbage in, garbage out. Now, itong garbage in, garbage out is something that you maybe heard of when you're taking up computer classes, no? And kung tutuusin, malayo siya sa topic. Kasi leadership yung topic nung itong paper na to. Leadership class yan. Okay? So, paano napasok yung garbage in, garbage out? It's just something na I know from my past na feeling ko related siya dun sa pinag-uusapan dito. So, itong quip na to, pinasok ko rin siya dito. Okay? So again, that would show in one paragraph lang, it will show your teacher na, okay, this child pays attention, this child makes an effort na mag-research or magtahi-tahi ng mga bagay-bagay to make a paper instead of just writing yung the way that most people do it. Okay? So I hope that helped you. Again, you can either start with a quote, a question, or a quip. What is something that you would get your reader's interest? Okay? Alright, I hope you learned something today. If you did, click thumbs up. Make sure that you share this video with your friends, lalo na kung feeling nyo matutulungan din sila nito. And even if you're still a student or kung nanay kayo and you have kids who write papers like this, reaction papers, movie reviews, stuff like that. Maybe makatulong itong mga techniques na to sa kanila. And again, if you want more, just let me know sa comment section below. And I'm going to try to make a separate video then for the body and how to end your paper really soon. So if you want to know as soon as that posts, make sure that you subscribe to this channel, hit the bell icon if you're watching this on YouTube para na ma-notify ka as soon as the new video posts. So thank you guys for watching, and God bless you guys. If you want to reach out to me directly, go to www.facebook.com/Team Lyqa to find out more about what I do and to find out where I'm going to be speaking next. So thank you guys for watching. God bless sa inyong lahat. Aja, kaya niyo yan. I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.